Hey everybody, this is Grace. This video, well, I just made a video for my original channel that I want to change what I talk about on that channel. And you know, my original channel was, when it started off, it was shopping videos. That's all I saw that anybody did. That wasn't, music or some kind of how to, or like even language, how to learn this other language, whatever it was. But I really have said this for so long. I want to focus on something else. This channel, it's like 5 years, around 5 years, I think next month. And I've probably been doing, for close to that length of time, videos about basically toxic people. And I want to move on from that. But every once in a while, do some, but also add something different. And on my original one, I made the video for, I said maybe, something looking at the world through a sociologist's eyes, because I don't see myself making shopping videos anymore, and I lost interest in that like 4 years ago. Yeah, I did. But looking at the world through a sociologist's eyes, yeah, I've already kind of started doing that. And I think that that's what I'm going to do is, more of my degrees are in both psychology and sociology. I taught at college and university, and not as a GA. Yeah, I earned my degrees. I earned them. Yeah. I actually was tested by so many professors. I was a career student. I earned my degrees. So, and yeah, you can bet there are some people who want to take that from you. Oh, and they also want to say, well, all you really need is experience. Oh my God. The arrogance. Yeah, and more. Or just people who want to take it from you as if they are the only person who knows anything. And I don't ever talk like that. I never say that I am the only person who knows anything about a topic. And I also don't think that there is such a thing as an expert. And some people want to claim themselves as experts. They know everything there is about that topic. No, I don't think so. So, anyway, but I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to change, quite a bit. And I do want to talk more about this, the things like, this, I am a scientist, but not the type that is in medical. Okay, I'm a sociologist. And that's how the perspective I'm going to take on this. And, don't listen to me because you think I'm going to say something about the coronavirus or any of those kinds of things as an expert on them. I'm not. Okay? But what I do want to do is to think more about what could come about, the changes in society. How is this going to affect people in our life from here on? Because this, I think, is a big wake-up call for many people, this coronavirus. This is not the first one. And the other ones, why wasn't there so much about it in the past? It just didn't seem like we were made that well aware. Really. Seriously. I've lived through several. How many? I don't know. But I think this is a big wake-up call. I think this one and anyone to come will change a lot about how we live. I want to go in deep into that, like from everything from workplace to home life, family life, and so on. And just the economy. Now, when you study sociology, you have to study those things. You have to study history. You have to study economics, law even. We had to study certain laws, of course. And, psychology, philosophy, on and on. I mean, you have to know a lot about a lot of topics. And that's not something that I just stopped doing once I earned my degrees and once I quit teaching at college and university. Like I said, no. It just keeps going. It's not, I just flipped that switch. I flipped the switch on the way that I present it. Definitely, for certain. I'm more laid back now. I got tired. I got burnt out from the rigidity of it all. Okay, it's very rigid. And, there was no, you just couldn't exhale, really. But still, I earned my degrees. I have a clue. So I'm not going to go bizarre and go all conspiracy theorist, but I do have some thoughts about what some people just want to say, oh, that's conspiracy theory, and then as if just to dismiss it. Yeah, I can go down that road too. I don't think all of them, people notice something I shouldn't automatically be stamped with conspiracy theory. My mother was a conspiracy theorist. Believe me, I have a clue, not just from the experience, but from also education. Important fact. Okay, and I also want to make more videos about my experience in life. I'm 56 years old. I've lived quite a bit. And I moved around a lot. Born and raised in Texas. Got the heck out of Dodge, I think the day after I turned 18. But still in Texas. But yeah. Okay. Had a phone call, interrupted me. But anyway. So I'm going to change my channel. Really, it's time. After all this time. But I've also, during this time, like a couple of years ago or a year and a half ago, I don't know. Both of my original channels had problems. I wonder if now that everything's been switched over to, from classic to studio, if those problems will go away. I mean, I had issues with, and I wasn't the only person. A lot of people who started around that time, they had the same issues, and I don't know if any of them are making videos anymore. Maybe, I don't know if any of them, seriously. There were several people. It was a little tighter communities. But, and it was basically some of our videos, our views would actually just go away. Like it could be 100. It'd just go away. And so anyway, I had started, after I kept seeing this over and over again, I started 2 other channels to try to see. And there was so much difference between those channels. But I hardly ever used them because I had 2 more established. It was like my brain would go back and forth on that. So I don't know. And I do wonder if I see that this is the thing, that it's still going to continue now that, once they totally switch over from classic to studio. Yeah, what's the purpose? And it does strange things. It really does. So, I'm not monetized. I don't see that happening. Yeah, after all these years. I was before they made all those changes. What was it? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 2 years ago? I don't know. But, I don't see that. But it's kind of like, okay, I am making these videos, but what's happening with them? Yeah, and then more recent, it was something like, I would go back 2 months, finally, what was on classic, okay, I should put it this way, what I could see on classic, the view count, would be different than what I could see from an app, and whether it was Android or iOS, I think the way you put it, different, much lower on those. And it would take, about 2 months as far as I went back, and it could have been more than that. They would finally start catching up after 2 months. It's like, yeah. But what can you say? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's just a small channel thing. They're not as important. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, really. Yes, I do. I do in my head. I couldn't say that. It just was not right. I should say it's just not right. It takes that long for view counts to actually add up. What's going on here? Is there an issue going on? Is it some kind of glitch? Is it the channel? Should it be changed? And like I said, that's some of the reasons I had tried that. Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I need to get home. That was what the call was about. It was basically anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Talk to you on another video.